Dun 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 dun. The mirror matchup. Abzan versus Abzan. Who will win? I miss doing all those crazy introductions. So for those that might not remember or did not follow me back a couple of years ago, I guess from 2010 to 2015, I was doing StarCraft 2 coverage. But that was always fun to do those hype introductions for the players and be like, in the left, we've got this player playing for this team, and, you know, get it all hyped up and stuff like that. But, you know, we don't have those crazy introductions. Like, I don't even think at, like, the Pro Tour and stuff like that, they do too much hype stuff going into it of, like, I'm playing for Channel Fireball, you know, nothing like that. But that's okay. Like, it doesn't have to always be like that. Magic has got a lot more build-up for it. Like StarCraft does at the beginning stages. Brood War is very fast-paced, but StarCraft 2 had a lot more build-up going into it, so... Correct. Mistakes were made. Minnie's in chat. She knows all about that StarCraft hype. Alright, get some discussions, you know, I guess figuring out roles and who's going to go first, who's going to go second. Alright, so Patrick has 12. Good to know. That's what I was, like, wondering about, but, you know, whatever. Been watching while playing versus husband. Nice! Guys rocking out the modern death and taxes stuff. Alright. We're going to be going Abzan versus Abzan. I wonder who's going to win. Maybe the Abzan players. Yeah, don't worry. Point totals at the end of the night will be correct, though. That's a good response. Alright. Shambling Ben's pass on over. No turn 1 play. See, does Patrick have a Inquisition or a Thoughtseize? Yeah, so he'll go to 18 and say, what do you got? What's in the box? So Max's setup is a little bit different than Patrick's here. But you see he does have the Siege Rhinos, but he opts for Kitchen Finks' main board. I don't remember if Max is running Nobles, but I know that Patrick is. So Promo, Rhino, can't be targeted. But everything else, fair game. And you have to basically base it on what your hand looks like. Does the removal matter? Does him having a 2-drop matter here because he's only got 2 lands? Like, you gotta kind of figure it out. And okay, Max is not running Noble Hierarch in his, but... And not having that creature on 2 anymore does kind of hurt him a little bit. And we'll see another Inquisition say, hey, what else you got? Maelstrom Pulse was the draw here. So, again, do you care about that removal? I believe there's 2 Lingering Souls right now in Patrick's hand. So, Kitchen Finks, though, can be really pesky. Has that persist ability. Can come back, gain some life. Patrick deciding, does he need to go to 15? Has that fetch land, but really wants to play that Noble, it looks like. So, opting no, I'll just pass turn. Max on the other side will fetch. Drop down to 19. Apparently Patrick turned into a dragon, blowing smoke over there. Overgrown Tomb coming out. It's been a very long time since we've seen a mirror matchup like this. Like, on Modern Magic Mondays, it's rare that we have mirror matchups, but lately they've been like burn mirrors or Death Shadow mirrors. It's not so much of like, hey, we got 2 mid-range going at it. And well, we've got a 2-drop again. But you can see Max still missing land drops. Patrick going to go down to 17 here. Nan, you playing something goofy tomorrow? I might be playing something goofy tomorrow. The thing is, I also need to try to get interviews and stuff with people tomorrow for the Invitational. So, with that in mind, I might play something super quick. So it's like either play something goofy and new that I don't have much experience with, but then I run the risk of my matches going really long, or playing something super quick and then have the time to do interviews with people. Alright. So it looks like he's just going to pass over, be able to Abrupt Decay if need be, and oh, Ghost Quarter here. So now it's got max up to 3 mana. Says I'm going to swing in for 2. And that'll be, alright, Abrupt Decay it. Biovisionary combo, that is goofy and quick. That sounds pretty sweet. Do you have a deck list that I can look at? I do love me some Simic shenanigans. Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about the Biovisionary list that I had a while ago? That was a fun deck. But that's not quick enough. Alright, here's a Lingering Souls coming out. 1/1 Spirits. Max gonna get the land fetch down to 18 at least. Will he go to 16? I didn't feel like it was quick enough. I think it needs to spice it up some more to speed it up. Fear the Rhino. Is he going to 16 or not? I couldn't say from the top. I'm going to say he went to 16, then he went back to 19. And he's going to drop Patrick to 14 here. Shambling. Here's a Noble. Here's 2. Puts Max down to 17. It's like there's a Goyf Lingering Soul still in Patrick's hand. It says that one has attacked. These guys haven't. Thought sees you. Responds path. So Max is going to drop down to 15. We'll be able to get a land here. But let's see. Nice swamp choice. Says that's good. Pass turn. So Goyf was stolen away. Scrimflare and Lingering Souls in hand, Lingering Souls in the graveyard to be able to be flashbacked as well. It says, hey, Exalted Trigger, there's 2. Before combat, I would like to path your Noble Hierarchy, says. Or while the, declare attackers before Exalted Trigger can go off. And there's that planes that'll come on up. So he says, okay, activate. Here's 4 coming at you. We'll put you to 11. And I'll gain 2 off Shambling Vents. And go up to 16. Best card in Magic there. Path to Exile. I mean, someone's got to say it, right? Since Brett's not here. He's busy riding around in a car. Oh, there's Maelstrom Pulse, Abrupt Decay, Path to Exile. So Max sitting with a lot of removal. You can tell that he really doesn't want to use the Maelstrom Pulse until at least there's a flashback on the Lingering Souls or the second Lingering Souls gets played. Here's 2. Max gonna drop to 9. Just says, yeah, I'll take it. Does he opt for the Grim Flare here? Looks like Tarmogoyf, Grim Flare, Tarmogoyf, Abrupt Decay. No, let's blow that up. You can get another land. Abrupt Decay, Goyf. Path. Lingering Souls, I believe, for Max as well. Alright, here's some blockers. Let's play that blocker game. There's 2 spirits. Let's path that guy. Let's just get all the basics out of your deck, Patrick. And then we'll trade off our tokens. So this is kind of, you know, Mac's way of saying, hey, play your Lingering Souls. You can do it. It's okay. Now that force should be tapped, but it's alright. It says play the Lingering Souls. Come on. I want to be able to hit it with Maelstrom Pulse. Alright. Grim Flare. And we'll see another fetch come out here for Patrick. Gonna drop down to 15. Get a Temple Garden. Alright, Patrick's trying to get all these lands out of his deck here, you can see. Oh, making sure that they're exiling the right stuff off of Path to Exile. Alright, Lingering Souls. Alright, making sure you're tapping correctly. Scavenging Ooze. I would like to eat your Lingering Souls. I would like to eat one of your creatures. I'm assuming he's eating one. It could be other stuff. I mean, for sure, he's eating Lingering Souls, but maybe there's something else in there that he really wanted to get rid of as well. To get maybe maxed off Delirium. Maelstrom Pulse. Alright, I'll eat this, he says. by Max playing the Maelstrom Pulse there, it also is... Alright, he's dropping to 12, so I must have missed something here. By Max playing the Maelstrom Pulse, that saying, "Coast is clear, Patrick. Flash back some of your lingering souls. It's okay now." And yeah, we'll see. Untap, draw, there's a Lily. So you can say, "Liliana, please sack a creature, flashback lingering souls." Two, and I'll flashback this lingering souls. Here's 2 spirits. Pass turn. So you can see, like, this is really a grindy mirror matchup. Both players being like, alright, destroy this, kill this, do that kind of thing, and really just struggling to get some threats on the board. Kalitas, Kalitas, whatever you want to call him, or Vampire, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, exile it. Alright. Flash it back again. Uptick, let's discard a card. Here's 2 coming over. Juggernaut, it could be the video that we recorded is a little laggy. We were trying out OBS and it's been not doing as well. Week 10 is recorded up using XSplit, so we're going to compare the two and see how it looks. Like, luckily we're not having any drop frames on our end, but I don't know, it's for some reason with OBS it just does not like how things are working. So 2 life, Max will gain here. I don't agree with that plan, because I feel like it would have been better to activate it here and let that guy die, let the land die, shambling vents over that. He'll drop down to 9, take 3, drop to 6. Patrick will go back up to 15. Siege Rhino. Helping out. Gains 1. Loses 1 off of this, so he's essentially at 5 from that. And let's scoop it up and go to game number 2 there. So that was very grindy. Like, 20-minute game 1. Really was coming down to both players removing stuff. But a big part was Max had a lot more removal in his hand, and Patrick was able to draw into more threats. Which, you know, once all the removal was said and done, once all of those hand disruptions were said and done, it's who had those boots on the ground made the biggest difference there. So let's take a look at both players' sideboard. Max got an Aven Mind Sensor, 2 Voice of Resurgence, 2 Ley Line of Sanctity, 1 Spellskite, 1 Gideon of the Trials, 1 Stony Silence, 2 Fatal Push, 2 Naturalize, 1 Creeping Corrosion, 1 Damnation, 1 Vizier of Menagerie. Pretty sweet. Vizier is like a fun new one that you gotta look at the top card of your library and do some fun stuff like that. But definitely like Voice of Resurgence coming in. I like Gideon coming in. I like the Fatal Pushes coming in. You can make the argument for Damnation. Maybe the Vizier if you're feeling froggy. You know, stuff like that. But you got a lot of options that are available to you for the board here. Patrick's side, he's got 1 Scavenging Ooze, 1 Abrupt Decay, 2 Nihil Spellbomb, 1 Thrun the Last Troll, 1 Jamoku's Command, 1 Golgari Charm, 2 Collective Brutality, 2 Fulminator, 2 Maelstrom Pulse, 1 Damnation, 1 Blood Baron. So again, I like the Blood Baron coming in, protection from white and from black. That's pretty much every creature that's relevant to Max. I mean, you got Scoozes and stuff like that, but that's alright. I like the Scavenging Ooze coming in because you can shut down Max's Delirium, you can pick off those Lingering Souls in the graveyard, you know, shrink out Goyfs, things like that if need be. I like Thrun coming in. I like Maelstrom Pulse coming in. I like the Abrupt Decay coming in. Maybe you can make an argument for the Nihil Spellbomb if, you know, the card advantage from it is nice. Exile your opponent's graveyard, draw a card, cool. Again, both players have Damnation. Both could opt for the Damnation play. You know, those board wipes. Not as efficient because it's not... They're not often going wide like that. They're often like these 1-2 creatures that are stuck on the board. So, like, I like this single target stuff like Maelstrom, Abrupt Decays, stuff like that. Thrun's nice because it is hexproof, so we'll get past a lot of that removal. So both players have quite a lot of options to bring in. It's nice to see that both are playing Abzan, but you have so many flex spots and changes that you can make amongst it. Yeah, you're going to have Lingering Souls, Inquisitions, Thoughtseize, Lilianas. You're going to have those cards, but you can see where the players' lists are different, especially in their sideboard options that they are choosing to value here. So, going into game number 2, guys. Looks like he did opt to bring in that Blood Baron. I believe that's what he has right there in the middle of his hand. Right next to that Lily. And fetch for Max. So going to 17. He's definitely going to be playing that Inquisition. So, yep, 17 he says. Grimflayer, Lingering Souls, Tarmogoyf, Blood Baron, Viscopa, Liliana, 2 lands. Can't take Blood Baron, can't take those 2 lands. Grimflayer, Lingering Souls, Goyf, Liliana. So Lingering Souls, not really where you want to be taking. I mean, either way, they're going to cast it. The other 3 are really solid options. I like going for like Grimflayer here, personally, because Goyf is not going to be that big maybe right away, but you know, that's alright. Both I think are relevant enough. Because it is that mirror matchup, it's easy to get stuff into the graveyards there. Is our man Brett back yet? He is not back yet. He is currently in the car driving around. Another Inquisition. And this time I'm going to take that Path to Exile and say, no, you do not get any removal. And Patrick going down to 18. Grimflayer coming out. Trying to hold it down alone, doing the best I can. And, wow, immediately going to Fatal Push that. No hesitation there. So, let's see. Was he going to take 3? Definitely going to 16. Could be going down to 14 here. Yep, we'll go to 14. So, and again, that's what a lot of this sort of mirror matchup is set up for. Is like both players trying to disrupt each other's hands, trying to pick apart what they're setting up for, and destroy any creature that kind of hits the board. It's once they run out of gas for that, and it's like in this sort of top deck mode, we've depleted all of our resources, what can we get to stick? And Mac's going to try for a Goyf. Passes on over. Looks like I saw a Temple Garden. And here's a Liliana, sack a creature, he says. Passes back on over. Scavenging Ooze. Pass turn. There's a land. He'll take 2. Goes to 12, but we'll be able to gain some life. Leaving 1 card in hand, looks like he's fine to get rid of it. I believe it was a Fatal Push there. Flashback Lingering Souls. And Max is going to go 13 and eat a creature from Patrick's graveyard here. Liliana. Coming at Lily, he says. So that's why he opted for the minus ability, saying, hey, here's what's going to happen. You're either going to let Lily die, you're going to jump your token in the way, I'm going to lose Skoo's next turn, but you're going to lose your creature. Or basically, we're going to trade off Lilies. How are we going to do this? And he says, we'll trade off Lilies. Grimflayer is going to come down. Mac's going to eat another item in Patrick's graveyard, followed up with a Goyf. Use the Goyf dice. 5-6. Mac's got one of those spin down Goyf style there. I think Star City's been selling them. Not able to go for any combat yet, so passes over. Nightly Pancake saying, go Abzan! Well, this is the night for you because we got mirror matchup going on right now. Alright, 5-6 Goyf coming across. 3-3 Skoo's coming across. And he's saying, okay, well, I can at least make my Skoo's into a 3-3. We could try to trade, but I don't know if Patrick has anything else in his graveyard. You know, Skoo's is going to be able to do some gobbling up. Like, Patrick really needs another land. The other thing, too, is, like, Scavenging Ooze, Max could opt to eat his own creatures. So it's dangerous here. Double block Scavenging Ooze. There's double green here for Max. Not opting to eat anything else before that dies. But will do a decent amount of damage. 5 damage from that Goyf, dropping Patrick down to 11. Still missed a land drop, sadly. But he does have more Grimflayers. Love the discussion in chat of players talking about the decks that they like the most. Aven Mind Sensor going to flash in. Do some blockaroos here. So he did opt for that in the sideboard. I like it. Looks like there's some lands on top, which Patrick does need one more land to get that Siege Rhino style going. Grim Flare. Pass turn, he says. So again, we're back into this top deck mode. Lingering Souls is the play. Give me 2 1/1 tokens, please. Swing in 5. Grim Flare. Or sorry, that 1/1 token left for Patrick's going to jump in the way and die. Grim Flare is going to come across for 2. Don't worry, Nightly Pancake, we have a handy dandy card bot here, so if we're ever talking about a card that you're not familiar with, all you have to do is type in exclamation card and whatever the card's name is. So Grimflayer is going to come across as a 2/2 warrior with trample. It does have that ability to look at the top 3 cards of your library if you deal combat damage. And you can put any of them into your graveyard and the rest back on top of your library in any order. Once you have 4 more card types in your graveyard, he gets +2/+2. Swings for 4, yeah. And so that's why, like, we saw earlier, Max was just eating stuff to eat stuff, not necessarily just eating creatures, because he knew he could shut Patrick off of Delirium. Still not going to stop the Goyf. Alright, here we go. Siege Rhino, he says. Let's switch up our life total, shall we? You'll be at 14. And then I'm going to drop down to 10, Max says. Flashback to Lingering Souls. And he says, I'll pass. So now he can sit and try to use Goyf as a blocker here. Alright, Path to Exile is going to get rid of him, though. Say, bye-bye, Goyf. Don't have to worry about you anymore. Two damage going to come across. Oh no, Max sitting there with a land and a ley line. Oh, and Nightly Pancake, thank you for the follow. Woohoo! Right as the match ended. Wow, I didn't even realize that I still had that as big. I hadn't shrunk it down on this one, but glad you're liking the channel here tonight. That was our 5th and final match of the night. Abzan mirror matchup. Like, that's a tough one to be stuck in, where you're like, alright, I've stripped away all the cards in your hand, you've stripped away all the cards in my hand, we've killed off pretty much all of our creatures, and now we get to sit in top deck mode. Whew, yeah, that's a little bit crazy. So, thanks so much for tuning in and watching, guys. We're going to look at our point totals, stuff like that soon, but before we do that, we have a giveaway to do that we do every Monday, because this is a continual thing we do Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So if you like the show, like the channel, make sure you guys are hitting the follows, subscribed, all that good stuff. If you miss any of the episodes, any of the matches, we have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/modernmagicmondays, where we upload all the VODs over to. Normally, I've got my co-caster Brett, or Farmers R&R, with me. He is currently in Florida, was playing at a fighting game tournament, having a little bit of a vacation, so he'll be coming back and be here next week. Death in Texas, woohoo! Thank you for the follow. But yeah, if you guys like this stuff, at Farmers R&R, at The Real Nammit, and at Modern Mondays for all of our Twitters and stuff. Brett does a lot of streaming over on his channel. I've been doing a lot more YouTube-related stuff, so make sure you guys are checking that stuff out. So we're going to start a giveaway, because one thing that we do here is we've got these awesome Modern Magic Monday stickers. We're going to start a giveaway up in chat there, and all you got to do is type in, let me get it going, giveaway. All you have to do is type in MMM to be eligible to win. If you do not live in our area, you're not going to be at one of the local events up and down the East Coast, we will be happy to mail you one of these stickers, as long as you are good enough to give us your mailing information. So all you got to do is type in MMM to be eligible to win one of the stickers. You must be following the stream to be eligible to win. If you're not following the stream and you type in MMM, that's great, but you won't be accessed. Mini, of course you can enter. I think it has to be capitalized, though, guys. I don't know if it's case sensitive, but I would be on the safe side and type it in with capital M's, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, just to be on the safe side. So while that's going on, guys, let's take a look at our points, because this is muffins. Let's take a look at our points over here. So this right now, that you guys can see over this side, is week number 8. So again, we do 10-week seasons. That was week 8. Let's take our look at our point totals after tonight. Ooh, okay. Lyle sitting here, 98 points. He has to win one match next week to break 100 for the season. TJ has to go 4-1 to break 100. Still possible there. Mox has to go 4-1, get 12 points. Or John Matthias has to go 4-1 to break 100. Still possible, you know. Jeremy, 81 points, but as it's set, anybody that is 81 points or above is guaranteed locked in. It could be 70 or above, but let's see. Actually, 57 is the lowest. So if they go 5-0 and get 15 points, let's do some math. 72. So Jamie and Ben need to win one match to lock themselves in. What do you do with ties? So ties is a very interesting thing. What we do is we go back through and review point totals because we actually keep track of points leading up throughout the whole season. Check your percentages. You know, take a look, see how much you're coming out and playing. A lot of factors go into it, and then we see how well you've been doing overall, different things like that. But really, it's if you're coming out consistently, you get into a tiebreaker situation, you have a better chance of being able to make it into the top 8 kind of thing. So we'll be discussing tiebreakers and stuff like that in more details, though. But so as it stands, like Jamie and Ben have to win one match, so it's going to come down to Johnny, Ryan, Richard, and Robert in kind of a 4-way chance to make 7th and 8th right now. Who's going to be able to make it in? You notice that Ryan has been missing a couple of weeks, and he's kind of stuck at that 66, and that's close, but it might not be enough now that we're seeing Richard still at 57, Robert pushed up and is at 57, Johnny's at 67 right now, so it's like, ooh, very, very close to see who is going to end up winning this match, or the next week, the 10th and final week, to determine who is going to be making into the Invitational. So very exciting to see. This is week 9. We'll also update it on Twitch and stuff like that for those that might have missed it. But let's see real quick who ended up winning a sticker. Alright, and the winner is Death and Laxatives. So thank you so much for following up the stream, and we owe you a sticker. So let us know. Send us an email. Send us an email with what your address is and all that kind of good stuff, and we'll be happy to ship it to you if we're not going to be at a event nearby. modernmagicmondays@gmail.com, and we'll be able to get you a sticker. Happy to mail it over to you. But yeah, this is week number 9. Next week will be the 10th week. Then we're going to be having the Invitational matches broadcasted up on the 3rd. Then we'll have a week off, essentially, for the holidays, and then kick off with Season 6. So we've been going pretty strong for a while. Again, we appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving us over the weeks, the months, the over a year now that we've been doing this to make this possible. A couple of people that we want to give shout-outs to. First, though, our top patron donors. Overall, we've got 2 people at the personal sponsorship level. You can see them up above, right here. Comic Kung Fu, which is Trip, where we do all the recording for these matches, to shop in Winchester, Virginia. If you guys are ever in the area, check it out. You can type !shop in chat, and they'll give you more info about that. Real Eminem, a.k.a. Eminem, helps out with our channel from time to time. He's manager over at Cork Street Tavern. They have some delicious food, too. If you guys are in the area playing at our shop or come into town, go get some food there. Great ribs, great burgers, nice drinks, great atmosphere. Come check that out. Matthew Manson, not at the high enough backer level to get a personal sponsorship, but still able to donate each and every month. Chris Carrozza is at our $10 battle tier, so we get to play some Magic Online with him, have that sort of fun at the $10 level. Then we've had some just donations overall from all of our awesome viewers that helped us get these sweet stickers that we can do some giveaways for. Was able to get that awesome playmat that you guys see, new camera. We had a first round of shirts that we were able to do. In the work of designing a couple of other shirts right now. Got a couple in mind. We're also working on a poster, so keep your eyes peeled for information about that going forward. But some of our awesome viewers that have helped us out over these months: Drewski Brew, Atticus, Tatradamus, Real Eminem, Lila Goif, Nate Hop 34, Burgleton, Stormbust 07, Badger 934, Strog Smash, Weeaboo Wet Dream, Hellshock, Beast8, Anton 707, ICG, Brett's Agent, Silvar Gaming, Great Image, and Flippity Doo. So, you guys are awesome. All 19 of you helping out and donating over these months. But if you guys like it, again, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Brett's not here this week. He'll be back next week for week number 10. But that's going to do it for us here tonight on Modern Magic Mondays. We'll see you guys next week.